on, y'all? Your boy Eric B in the building. Lights down low, sunglasses on. You know that means it's time for the After Dark edition. Of course, this evening I did not come alone. I got some of my partners in crime joining me. I give you the guru, Hugh Lee, and of course the one and only Jared.
What's up?
What up, fellas? What's going on? Y'all ready to get into this discussion, y'all?
No doubt.
Okay, people. You know we always got to give you the precursor before we begin. This conversation is for adults only. Due to the content and the nature of what we are discussing, this is not for your children. If your children are checking out this podcast with you right now, please politely send them to bed. Send them on their merry way, because you do not want to educate them on some of the things that we're about to talk about tonight. Because if you do, you're going to have a lot more discussions to have later on. You have been warned. You have been warned, folks. But if that's not warning enough, allow me to go here with it.
The views and opinions expressed here on Get Off My Lawn Live are those of the host or his guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the Nighthawk Network or its associates. Viewer and listening discretion is advised.
All right. Yeah. We got all our P's and Q's in a row now. That being said, fellas, here's the list of discussion topics for the evening. We are going to talk about this simple question. What is and when is it time to give things of a sexual nature as a gift? The reason we'll have that discussion we'll get into a little later. That's topic one. Topic two, anal penetration. It has become more commonplace among heterosexuals. Let's have that discussion. Let's ask why. Let's ask why not even. We'll go there. Topic three this evening, we're going to discuss, have you caught your peoples getting it in? Yeah, y'all know what I mean. Mom, dad, brother, sister, have you caught them doing the dirty? The adult, the nasty, whatever you want to call it. Did you see it live and direct? Did it traumatize you for life?
Hallelujah.
We'll talk about that. And of course, discussion for this evening will be, give me a second, I wrote it down, didn't I? I done forgot it already. What is it, Hugh? You remember, don't you?
Damn, not quite. I know we went
That's
over
why I
a
like
little
to come in the
bit.
room late, because y'all be forgetting shit. And I forgot too.
Look, well, we'll figure it out between now and then. Forgive me, y'all. I only got like 3 jobs these days. So that part. But anyway, when we get back from the small commercial break, we will let the discussion begin. And meanwhile, you can share.
I remember we can do the break though, but I remember
What is it?
Our sexual pleasures, what we like to use for sexual pleasures as far as foods and
There you
stuff.
go. What kind of props do you use during sex? Is it the ice? Is it the candy, the cookies, the chips, the whipped cream?
I should have known you would have remembered that, Hugh.
Champagne glasses for the titties.
Commercial break, please. Thank you.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. So yeah, let's go to the commercial. We'll be back. Let's get off my lawn, the After Dark edition. Grown folks only, y'all.
That's right.
Indeed.
Discretion is advised. Behind the Blue Curtain, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Unscripted talk on police reform and race relations.
And now, Behind the Blue Curtain's law enforcement liaison, retired 32-year Chicago police veteran, homicide detective, former commander, sergeant, grant writer, lecturer, and adjunct professor, Joseph J. Mosley.
Behind the Blue Curtain's Minister of Common Sense, former 12-year Fort Worth police officer, educator, voice of reason, and unapologetic practitioner of sound judgment, the young scholar, LaRonda Young.
Behind the Blue Curtains co-host, fact checker, and investigative journalist Isidoro Rodriguez.
Hey, bitches.
No, shorty, I got this one. I'm your boy Derek, and it's time for the remix.
Once again, coming to you live from Baltimore, Maryland. It's the remix with your boy Derek. Now let's talk about it. All right, y'all, we are back. It's the After Dark edition. Your boy EB's in the building, along to my brothers, young Hugh Lee, and my brother Derek. That guy right there, yeah, that guy.
One trying to get his family together.
All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Topic one for the evening. We're talking about toys as a gift, sex toys, things of a sexual nature. When is it a good time to do so? Now, let me give y'all understanding why we're having this particular discussion, folks. A couple scenarios came into play the last week or so, and that led me to ask this question. Situation one involved a young man that I am cool with, somebody who I worked with in the past. And during the years, we have developed a friendship, a kindred, as you will. Now, the thing is, he wanted me to help him because I am technically skilled in making and editing videos at this time to give a gift to, okay, Derek disappearing on me already.
I'm still here. I had the camera down.
I hate when you do that. Don't you run.
Oh, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here for it.
So here's the thing. He asked if I could help him collaborate on getting a video that he would like to send to his brother that is overseas.
Ooh.
Brother is currently serving in the military, and he wants a nice gift, one of a sexual nature, for him to enjoy for his birthday. Now, of course, the gift involves things of a sexual nature. A young lady in particular, one he is familiar with. And basically, he would like to send a video that allows you to see her access herself for an extended period of time. In other words, pleasure herself, if you would. Put to the beat of some modern day music and whatnot. So the other day was, because of course he allowed me to discuss this, you feel it's an appropriate gift to give someone for their birthday. Keeping in mind that the person that is going to be featured in the video is not that person's partner, nor is it the partner of the person sending the video. This is just basically someone who they both mutually know, who has agreed to do this for him. That is situation one. Situation two involves a young lady that I also know from work. Basically, she is in the process of planning a bachelorette party. And the bachelorette party will include the usual bachelorette stuff, but of course, they will be doing the gifts as well. And some of the gifts that she wanted to give her homegirl are, of course, of a sexual nature. A couple in particular, she is kind of concerned about as to whether or not it is an appropriate gift. So basically, let me break it down. She wants to give her homegirl a certificate that will allow her to have a body part made that is a facsimile of her partner's body parts in order for her to use and utilize when her partner is not available. In other words, it will be what we know as a dildo, and that dildo will be similar to that person's actual partner's penis. And because modern technology being what it is, they can make a very exact likeness of said penis. And she wants to give her that gift to make for herself. Now, those are the two scenarios that I put out there. So I asked you, the audience, and I asked you, my brothers, what do you think? Okay, let's go back to the first gift. The homeboy that wants to have the video of the homegirl to send to the guy overseas. What do you think, Hugh?
I don't know, man. I think that's actually pretty creative. I mean, if that's what he wanted to do and that's what float his boat, I mean, more power to him. I think that's actually not a bad idea. That's definitely getting creative. You know me, E, I don't ask for much, man. Just give me one of them flesh toys, boy, and I'll be on my way. I don't need all the videos.
Oh, geez.
All right, here we go. Now remember, y'all, this is a serious discussion, but you know we got to clown a little bit. But yeah, this is a serious question, y'all. Do you feel like that is an appropriate gift? The gift involving a person who is not that person's significant other or loved one in a video of an X-rated nature that they will be sending that person overseas as a gift. Now, of course, they'll be sending it over the air, you know, basically the internet, that type of thing. You look very perplexed there. What is your thoughts?
Y'all know I'm probably I don't, oh, Jesus. Now, I'm going to say this. If the other guy has a girlfriend or a wife, I think it's very inappropriate.
Okay, from my knowledge, because keep in mind, I'm not totally aware of that. From my knowledge, this person is a single person. He is not with significant other.
Get your rocks off, short, and do the do. Get to your high bar the best way you can. If that's going to help you get there, squirt, my brother. Okay.
Now, here's the thing, y'all. I basically had to put a little thought into this thing. Now, understand, granted, the young lady has agreed to do the video. But my thought process is simply this. You know how most of the guys are. If you make a video of this nature to send to someone, that someone is usually not the only person that's going to view said video.
Oh, absolutely.
So the internet being what it is today, that video can in turn end up in a variety of different places. It can end up on YouTube, Pornhub, Hamster, Xtube, etc., etc.
Oh wow! What are all those places?
Video 101, baby.
Not to mention anybody's personal phone. So that video, and then understand that this person is based out in Afghanistan. We, of course, will not put that person out there, but thank you for your service if you do happen to see this video. We do not know what intended purpose that person may use the video for. It may be what you would think it would be for, a wanking video, something to get the rocks off, as homeboy has said.
A jerk before work.
To get you through those lonely nights in the desert. Or it could become the latest on the base sensation. Check out this, y'all. Oh, wow. Let me copy that. Let me see that. Let me get the link to that, so on and so forth. Now it's all over the world overnight. Who knows what people outside of the base that person deals with, that video might be a part of. In other words, he may be cool with some of the people in Afghanistan. And he say, hey, Habibi, check this out. Punani, yeah. Let me get that. And next thing you know, oh, girl's an international porn superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Her intentions.
Showing up.
She just looking out for that brother and helping him with his service. She ain't trying to be a service to the community.
Of the world. Okay.
So there's that. Now, my suggestion was, because apparently he's going to film the video, is that you film said video without showing the face. You just basically film here on down. And if she has any identifying
Marks,
tats or anything like that, perhaps we can work on that in editing. But overall, that's going to be a situation to where that's going to be very slippery slope. But here's the thing, y'all. You know, couples, they do it. Hey, baby, let's take this video. It's just going to be for us. How many of you who are familiar with the platforms of YouTube or Pornhub have seen that person's loving video later on down the line? Mark as me and my ex it in. I busted my ex's face. I posted this because my ex turned out to be a thought. So on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, we're not just talking about male-female situations. It's like that, male for male, females for females. The whole scenario. Yeah, baby, let's take this. But then when the relationship is over, because we don't value that person's understanding or opinion at that point, we're like, fuck that. We're going to post it on Pornhub. Because you know, if you get a certain amount of views, you can get monetized for that. And if you feel like y'all was hot, why not? Look at it. Look at it. Is you judging me, bro?
No, but that, I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. If you're gonna do it, just do it from the neck down, because if not, you may this young lady may become the Kim Kardashian of 2021, honey.
Right.
But it could also mess up her life. Period.
Right. I understand. Like I said, because I'm supposedly part of this project, I will be very sensitive in regards to making sure that it's done as tastefully as possible, but it's still same token that the person is able to see what he needs to see so that he can enjoy it for what it's worth. But in the same token, you know, I was a little torn as to whether or not partake of the project because of the nature of the video. You know, because in the ideal world, if it's a wedding video or graduation or something like that, yeah. And y'all know I'm just learning how to do the video editing and whatnot. But for this to be one of my major projects, I understand this person is willing to pay me quite a bit of money to do this. Okay, so there's that as well. We talking triple digits here, people.
Well, you're only editing the project. You're not filming the project. So there's a big difference. So it's like my thing is that I just think the two of them, whoever's doing this, they need to cover all bases that they need to cover. Because I'm like, well, is there a way that they can get this person the video without it being on the World Wide Web?
Well, see, that's the thing. My understanding is that once I finish editing the video, I will send it back to that person through their phone device, and then at that point, that person will send the video either by the phone device or through the email. So the thing is, yeah, you can make emails private just for that person, but like I said, once that person accesses the video, from that point, they can do with it what they please.
It's now, like a cloud.
I imagine the vast majority of the people there in Afghanistan are not around a significant other or are missing a significant other. So them being brothers and got each other's back in all things, I don't see why you would not be like, well, brother, I know you've been feeling lonely. Perhaps this video will help get you through. I just see that as in the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I could definitely see something like that happening, man, because in that situation too, you ain't gonna be getting too much out there, man. So y'all gonna be a little tight-knit group, and if some action come along, or if y'all can see something that y'all ain't been seeing as of late, yeah, that video will spread like wildfire, man. So I suggest for that female, man, to wear something where she won't be recognized, like a ski mask or something.
Well, mask and all that. That would make it rather interesting, would it not? But yeah, okay. But my whole thing is this: in the end, if it's partners, significant others, that's one thing. But if it's not, I say it depends on the nature of the gift. That being the nature of this particular gift, that's one thing. But now let's get back to the young lady. Now,
Mm-hmm.
basically, she had to break this down because this was something I was not fully aware of. The scenario is this: there are a couple of web outfitters that have ways for you to 3D print things. And one of the things you can 3D print is the mold of someone's actual member of their penis or their vagina. And what happens is you send a photograph, or in some cases, you actually make an actual mold. I'm not quite sure what the mold is made of to get you to mold that. Okay, for the men, that's one thing. I could kind of see a clay type scenario. Okay, but for females, how you get that to get molded, I can only speculate. Some type of Reynolds wrap, aluminum foil, wax paper type scenario, perhaps. I don't know. But then you send that mold to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer in turn uses that mold to make an exact replica of that person's member or vagina, and they then send it back to that person to utilize for their sexual purposes. So
So
that's
how so how's this girl that's gonna present her with this gift? How is she gonna get a mold of her future husband's dick?
well, no, that's the thing. She's not going to do that. She's just going
Oh,
to set up. She's just basically going to pay for the opportunity for that to be done. But
oh, okay.
and keep in mind, because she knows her home girl, she don't think that she herself will have a problem with the gift. It's the fact that she's going to present this gift in the midst of her mom and aunties and nieces and cousins and stuff. You know how those bachelor parties go. And the younger people in the room might see it one way, but the older people gonna be like, "Ooh, girl, you nasty. You just nasty. That's just a disgusting gift."
Well, why don't she just give her the gift either before or after and put a little fake gift in there so everybody won't be a part of it?
I kind of thought about that, but in the same token, it's like if you understand your homegirl cool with it. It should not matter what her peoples think. Because in the end, if that's a gift you choose to utilize, because it's because you get the gift, don't necessarily mean you have to use it. Then you do what you do. Because understand, from my understanding, this gift costs several hundreds of dollars to be made. This is not a cheap gift by any stretch of the imagination. It's not like if you go to the store and buy one, hit a rabbit, here's a pack of batteries to go with it. How much was it? Like $59.99. It's a bit more personalized because in the end, if you missing your baby and you want something to remind you of them, what better than something that actually looks like them? Now, I did a little research, people. You do understand that some of the Chinese and Japanese companies are making it now to where you can personalize your sex style to have it look like who you want it to look like, you have it be built the way you want it to look, to have it even be what color you would like for it to have, the hair, the lips, the nails even. You can actually have pubic hair installed. It's very, very detailed, y'all. And understand, these things cost several thousands of dollars to be made, but there are several people ordering them. Several.
So what
And
if you end up like being with the dog more than you do your damn friend?
now that's a
Yeah.
very good question because I guess it really would depend on what's your sexual desire worth to you. In the end, if it's all about just getting the rocks off and you basically there for the body of it, there's the body. If you basically
That's
need
good.
more to it than that and understand, they also can have these dials record vocal things so they can sound like the person you want them to sound like as well. So you basically just have her say "ooh, daddy" and all that type of stuff, as opposed to some of the other mess that might go on in the bedroom.
They get too technical.
That's some weird shit. I'm sorry.
It is. Very.
Welcome to 2021, y'all.
Yeah, 2021. But you know what? I'm sorry. I mean, some things. Don't get me wrong. I do like participating in some things, but some things it just ain't nothing like the real thing. I don't want no damn doll in my mate. Child, back in the day when I was getting drunk, bitch, I would wake up next to that motherfucker thing and probably stab the shit. I'm like, how the hell you here and you in China? No, I don't. I don't need nothing to fuck with my mind no more than it's already fucking with. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so here's the thing. Last time I checked, we all are single, right?
Yep, single.
What if one of your homies come like, look, I bought you a present. What you give me? Bam, pocket PP. Bam, anal toy. Bam. What are you thinking at that point?
Nigga, why you put so much thought into this?
Let me make it more specific. It'd be like, what up, you? What's going on? Yeah, I was thinking about you yesterday, bruh. I bought you this. And you open it up like, pocket pussy. Thanks, E. I think.
Because, guys don't really interact like that. Women will. They'll go to the mall. I seen these cute panties. I seen this sexy lingerie, and I thought of you, girl. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Dudes, we looking like, what you doing, man? What? You thinking about me, man? You being weird right now, giving me this weird ass gift.
First of all, if you got to be and say, bro, I got a pocket pussy for you, I'm asking, what the hell is wrong with you?
Well, that's a whole nother story on your end.
What's wrong with
you? Okay, you may have brought me the wrong side, bro, but
right.
in the same token, okay, I come to you like, yeah, bro, what's going on? What's going on, D? I was thinking about you today. I bought you this permissive dick spray so you can keep your penis hard during sexual intercourse. You welcome.
You know what? Both of y'all, my little brothers. You know what? And as close as we're becoming, that I would no. I mean,
but
a female,
I'm just trying to look out for you. Make sure you have a little more, a little better sexual fun and whatnot. That's all.
A female friend. I mean, even me with being one of the alphabet children, I would feel very uncomfortable, and then I also would think, are you trying to give me an invitation on the sly?
Then there's that part. And again, this is where part of the double standard comes into play, y'all. And again, I see people popping in and out of the room. I'm very surprised none of you have commented yet. Usually when we do the after dark, y'all run up in here trying to be nosy and whatnot because we said adult content. But like I said, if y'all in the comments, y'all can just sit there. Y'all got something to say, come on through. But anyway, here's the thing. Two guys giving those types of gifts to each other, not cool. I think you trying to get it in with me, bro, or you just kind of freaky like that. What are you trying to get at with this? That type of stuff. Females give each other those types of gifts. They don't seem to feel the same type of way. They told me, like, yeah, girl, I got Victoria's Secrets, and they had the type of panties that we like to wear. So I know your size, so I bought you a couple. Thanks, home girl. Good looking. So in the same token, we as fellas can't be like, yeah, D, they had some of them silky drawers, dog. And whatnot. So I bought you 3 so you can have something like your boy. Here you go.
But you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with any of my brothers possibly giving me a gift certificate to buy what the hell I want. But when you start picking out particular gifts, then we're gonna have a little slight problem.
So I can't come to you and be like, here, dog, I bought you some. I got you red and green and orange, them all your favorite colors. I even got you some with the University of Maryland on there. That's your name.
All right for them goddamn, Turks, but no.
No Turks. No Turks.
No.
So no, I
got you. Hey, bro, guess what? I got you a Michigan jockstrap, yo. I'm like, get the fuck.
No. You telling me your brother can't come to you and be like, look, man, they got them New England G strings, bro. So I got you some. It say Brady on the ass. You'll like it.
No, man. I don't think I can deal with that like that.
So
I
that
don't
just
care what it is.
so that just wouldn't be appropriate, huh?
No,
No,
because
I would
first
have
of
to
all, I'm gonna be like,
decline.
first of all, and you know me, this is after dark, so y'all get ready for this. First of all, what the hell make you think I want something up my ass anyway? Don't be buying me no goddamn G string.
That part. I mean, the thing is, it's sad because we as Americans in particular, we're so very fuddy-duddy when it comes to sex and things of a sexual orientation. We really are. And like I said, understand that the porn industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we're not about to sit here and say the same 50, 100 people are the ones watching the porn. The people down south in the Bible Belt, they're watching the porn. There's pastors watching the porns. There's first ladies watching the porns. There's presidents and senators watching the porns. There's Hollywood actresses watching the porns and being in the porns.
I see,
Kardashians are watching the porns. The governors, everybody watching porn, okay? It ain't just a
and I think that's where
The
they make
Olympian.
their money from the people who are watching porn secretly. I think that's where they make the bulk of their money, not from the ones who watch it all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
now. Granted, you don't necessarily have to be as well versed to where if I could just show you pictures like, oh, that's Wesley Pipes,
Right.
oh, that's Monet Divine, and so on and so forth. When you know the
Oh, that's
people
sweet.
and
Oh,
the players,
that's sweet pussy Pauline. Okay.
that's Mr. Marcus. That's Superhead. When you know the people like that, that's when you should start to become a little concerned.
Very concerned.
Hey, well, then y'all should be concerned about me, boy, because I know them more than I do the regular.
I see you had.
I know them more than the regular movie stars.
Is it me or is it hot in here now? But okay, my thing is this, y'all. Use your discretion in regards to that. You know your friend, your significant other, what have you. You know after a certain amount of time what they'll be comfortable dealing with, what they'll be comfortable receiving from you. In the end, don't give them the gift. If you're not sure, here's a magazine. I seen this on page 46. What you think? I'll help you get one. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's
Here's
the
a
best.
gift. Here's a gift certificate. So if you want it, you can go ahead and get it.
Right.
I'm down with that.
Because I promise you, fellas, the day any of y'all come to me talking about, yeah, brother, here's this lube for you, bro. Merry Christmas and whatnot. Try it. You'll like it. It smells like lavender and honeydew. Yeah, at that point, relationship is going to be a little different from that point on. I just got to be honest. I'm gonna look at you slightly differently.
But I mean, let's get it up here. Let's get it motherfucking going. I mean, you're gonna look at it most definitely slightly different. Is me being your big brother, and I'm from the alphabet community. I'm coming up to you, giving you a goddamn sex gift. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And of course, that's a whole nother topic. Let's go there. Yeah, there are some of us who are friends to people who are both heterosexual and homosexual. Some of my very best friends have been about that life at some point in time. So yeah, there's that. But in the same token, you know what's going to take people to a different place in their mind.
Yes.
You know you my brother and I love you, H2, but you come to me talking about, here's this dick spray, bro, you should try it. I'll show you how to put it on and all that. At that point, we got to fail to communicate at that point. We done went way too far.
For you and Hugh, let me tell y'all. First of all, if you would come to me with something like that, but first and foremost, goddamn, let me tell you this. One thing is for certain, and two things is for sure. I don't need nothing to help me get where the hell I need to be. That's the first thing. And if you'd asked me, you would have known that. And second of all, why the hell is you giving me some shit like that?
Right. More importantly, if you sit down and in your spare time to consider my sexual needs, and you're not my significant other, I question that, period.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of who you are, male, transgender, or otherwise. I appreciate you being concerned about me, but don't be concerned about what's going on in the bedroom or my personal needs or what me and Pamela doing after dark edition. I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Mm-mm. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, I don't appreciate that shit. What is your problem?
Right.
You want the phone number to my therapist? What the hell is wrong
Right.
with you?
That's right there. So okay, y'all, that's it for topic one. Maybe this one y'all cup of tea. Y'all scared to chime in or whatnot. Fear not, we got some more things to discuss. We're gonna take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna get to topic two of the evening. That is, anal. You been there? When you go there? Why have you been there? Let's talk about it, y'all. Don't be scared. It's After Dark edition. That's what it's for, y'all. We'll be back.
We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today?
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my T-Sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Nikki. Let's talk. Let's Nikki. Let's talk. Let's talk. Nikki. Nikki.
My bad, y'all. My fellas. We are here at the After Dark edition. But of course, as you know, we take these things live, and as we go live, there are things always happening in our world. I got a very not so good message just now. Apparently, I'll be going to work very early tomorrow morning. Our morning person has just announced that they will no longer be working for us. They just quit on me, man. I just got through training that stuff.
That's why I don't like training people, man. They always let me down.
That's some old bull. Anyway, y'all, back to the show. The good news is we're going to discuss. The bad news is we're going to speed up the discussion because I had to be at work at 6:45 a.m.
Damn.
And I'm not happy about it. Not at all. Also, keep in mind the person that was opening was supposed to close tonight. So they have closed because he quit right there on the spot. Why he do me like that?
You trying to keep that free money going.
Well, yeah, y'all check out my show Tuesday. I talked about that, but then there's this side of the discussion as well. You're going to have a hard time keeping people right now when there's so many options out here. Anyway, y'all, let's keep it cracking. Life goes on. All right, here's the thing, people. Women, y'all dealing differently these days, okay? With each other even. Check it out. I was born in 1970. My brother born a little bit before me. My other brother born a little bit after me, okay? All right, somebody's commenting. What's good, fam? What's going on? Whoever this may be. I cannot access that from this particular page. But
well, we know it's not Miss Pat. Could it be Tracy?
We about to find out. Because of course, you know, we are broadcasting on different channels at this point. One of them, of course, is the Get Off My Lawn info page. And that person might be checking in from that particular page. So stand by. Yeah. It is Coach V in the building. What's going on, Coach V? Appreciate you coming on through, brother.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so here's the thing. Back in 1970s, early 80s, we didn't have much access to pornographic films. Most of the things that we seen sexually was pretty much in a magazine. In the magazine, you may even see some to where they show penetration in regards to sex, but it was not anal penetration. And keep in mind, yes, they did have magazines for the alphabet children back then, but how likely were you to find one of those in the hood?
You know what? I'm ready to go. I'm sorry, I'm not ready for this.
So that being said, when the subject of putting it in the booty hole came up, probably somewhere around the college days of the late 80s, early 90s, it was like, oh wow. Well, you see, Coach V is checking in. I love porn. Okay, so yeah, so the question is, Coach V, and everybody home, when did we learn about anal sex? First of all, because that's part of what plays into this discussion. Now, in this day and age, it's very commonplace. It's pretty much like one of the bases, even. First base, remember, first base was kissing and touching, and second base was getting to feel the boobies, and third base was getting to see everything naked and touching and maybe tasting a little something. And of course, going all the way was all the way. But now, I guess the grand slam of it is, okay, we didn't did all the usual stuff. Now it's time to do the extra freaky stuff. Now it's time to get the lick in the booty hole and putting stuff in the booty hole.
I don't.
And keep in mind, like I said, I would say if you took a poll back in 1990 and asked most women, have you done anal sex? Most of them be like, oh, hell no. You got me fucked up. I ain't never heard of such mess. What the hell? That's for...
And probably 60% of their answers was lying.
Pretty much.
I would say closer to 30 or 40 at that time. But now, if you are a person who has had sex for 10 years or longer, more than likely, I would say 4 out of 5 of y'all, over 80%, have at least attempted anal penetration, okay?
Not me.
Now, we're going to get to your in a minute. Because that plays into it as well. Remember, we growing up in the 80s and 90s, what were we taught? If you like to do it in the booty, you are what?
Gay.
Period. Whether it's a male or a female. Doing it in the booty was gay. Straight up. No chaser. Many of us don't see it that way now. We just see it as having a different type of sex. There's oral sex. There's anal sex.
But you know what they said? They said this particular, and no disrespect to my brothers, y'all know I love y'all, praise the Lord. But they said at this day and time that with heterosexual men is on the rise. Heterosexual men don't mind their significant other eating their ass.
Now, see, here's the thing.
I'm not heterosexual, so I don't.
Right, you were thinking the ideal world. If you go, you go there. Now, I myself have never had that done to me. However, for my significant lady friend, I've done that a time or two now. And the thing is, it's all about the reaction. Okay, Coach B is saying that's nasty. Brother,
welcome to 2021.
Because if you think the lady acts kind of crazy when you put your face in the place, when you add the groceries to that list, it's a whole new ball game. Okay, Coach B said, I'm some porn. You see what turns a woman on sexually and how to please a woman because it takes a lot to please a woman on that anal shit. That's another subject. Because I would safely say the vast majority of women don't derive no great pleasure from doing it. I say more than likely they do it because it's something that you would like for them to do. However, I do know women, now again, won't put nobody out there, but we've had these discussions. They enjoy anal sex. They prefer it even at times. They look at it as, okay, that's just part of the to-do list. We got to do it in the front and from the back. It's not just for doing it on your birthday no more. They like it all the time.
Yeah, because one of my homegirls told me she'd rather do it annually than, have sex. She said she'd rather do it annually on a regular.
And then, of course, there's those girls that's growing up now saying, okay, I want to save my virginity for who's going to be my husband. But the booty is cool. You can have some booty.
Mm. They gonna let you get that walk in the park home run, huh, E?
So you looking crazy right now. Okay, now of course, then we also have to look at the other side of the coin in regards to this. Now, of course, in the homosexual community, people assume, because again, as we get to know our alphabet children better, and they are able to discuss what goes on with them, not that they need to, but because they want you to understand and have a fuller understanding of what their life is like. They explain the whole concepts of tops and bottoms and things of that nature. We just assumed back in the day that, okay, if you was gay and you was a boy, that means, okay, bend over, get poked, there it is. That was it. That's all. Not the case, people. H2 will break down some of that in a second. And then, of course, we assume for females, it's the, okay, you rub yours on mine, and ooh, that feels good. And every now and then, I'll strap on one that look like a pee-pee, and we'll do it that way. But we doing it in the Gucci hole, not the Pootie hole. But again, we see the videos now, and they got a little bit of everything going on. But okay, what's your thoughts on this, H2?
I mean, I just think in the community, to a certain extent, it's still held as very taboo. Even though it's happening more often than people think, I just think people are still scared to express that sexual side of themselves to other people.
I mean, here's the thing. I look at it like this. In the ideal world, there are probably those promiscuous women that say, hey, it's whatever. You want to do that? We can do that. But I will say for the vast majority of the women in your life, they look at that as something very specific. Everybody ain't getting that.
Right.
Only my
Right.
boo get that. Only
Right.
the person that is gonna be with me for a while get that. Because in the end, if I as a female are going to lick your gooch and all of that, you best believe you better not be dealing with nobody else. And you sure as hell better not be telling nobody else that I'm doing this. You telling other niggas that I've been licking your booty hole, I'm gonna tell them you have your feet in the air and I painted your toenails and everything. I'm gonna put you out there. And
And then even and one thing I wanted to say and I wanted to expound on what my little brother said earlier. And one thing people have to realize is that yes, there are people in the there are men in the alphabet community who don't get penetrated at all.
please expound on that, sir.
Um, in the alphabet community, we have different levels of. Well, first of all, a top is the person who's supposed to be penetrating the other person, but we have different levels of top. We have a top. A straight top is somebody who don't get penetrated at all. A versatile top is a person who will do you and he'll get penetrated too. Just like you have some guys in the community who will never use their, as I call it, their manhood. They're just strictly bottoms. They just strictly get done.
Hmm. And then my understanding is there are also homosexual males that don't even do penetration at all. They
None.
do strictly oral.
Hmm. Yeah, so it's different levels to it.
Absolutely. But like I said, the thing is, I think as we get older and technology is getting better and more expansive, the lines of what is taboo and what's not taboo
Right.
starting to disappear. Like I said, I cannot even imagine anybody who lives in any type of urban setting who, after the age of, let's say, 13, has not at least seen something of a pornographic nature. I would say the vast majority of our children have had some type of sexual experience before the age of 13, and so on and so forth. We growing up different now because our kids, they growing up fast. Hell, the damn video games they play, you could do it in the video. Grand Theft Auto, you could be like, this my hoe right here. I go visit her in between robberies. Ain't got no bass in your voice, but know what a hoe is already.
But you know what? One thing I wanted to tell y'all that I wanted to let y'all know that a lot of people don't know. You know, it is a proven fact that most bisexual men are bottoms.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Most bisexual men get penetrated.
It makes sense because there are those women that live that separate life. In other words, they have their men saying, "Baby, put this in me. Baby, strap this on and go on and give me a poke like I poke you." And some of them would keep that on the low, but some of them like, "Fuck it. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
We do it all."
You have some real open heterosexual couples where the man will let the woman penetrate. I mean, let's keep it real. They do happen. I'm not saying that it's like 99 out of 100, maybe 3 or 4 out of 100 that we know of, but it does happen.
Well, keep in mind, I've never done it, but I've been asked to do it, and I was like, "No, homegirl, that ain't happening today. Not here." You had the nerve to bring it with you in the duffel bag like it was going down. Oh, but no. First of all,
but then you ask yourself the question: do men say no to that because they automatically feel that once they do that they will be labeled as gay, or do men say no to that because they just don't want to fucking do it?
In my case, it
well,
was
I know your case, shit.
That and the fact that no, because this damn thing she pulled out was like yeah, you're not putting that in me. If I was working with that, you wouldn't let me put that in you. Hell no, you got me fucked up.
I'm your big brother. And I would say, look, bitch, the only thing I can do to that is burp her, honey. I can't. See, even me, this is me talking, bitch. Burp,
No,
bitch. No.
That was end of discussion.
Right,
that was end of relationship. That was end of all of that day.
I think that would have. I mean, if I was a heterosexual man, I think that would have really turned me off. I really do.
It so very much did, and of course I did.
Dominatrix or something.
No, basically, I found out what I would figure I would later on. She's bisexual, and she basically was down whatever with whoever. She's a
you can get something out of you, huh?
She was a head.
That's and let me share something with y'all. Let me share something with y'all real quick. You know we like to educate people, and then this is what I'm saying to you people out there. If you at a place that sexual toys are a part of your intimacy, do me a favor, and I'm excuse me for saying, please make sure you clean your shit if you're sharing your sexual toys with multiple people.
And see, no, and that gets us into the next topic of discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's right on time. Cause remember, we got to speed this up. I got to go to bed. That dirty. Ooh, please let him be there on check day, please. Ooh. Lord, help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Anyway, okay. Yeah, props. When it comes time to get your love on, do you use props? Are they necessities? Are they something you pull out every now and then? Are they just something that you kind of go with and go with the flow with it? Okay, that is the question. And when we talk about props, we don't just mean the usual things that you would think of, like the bullet and the little dildo and the anal beads and stuff. We talk about all types of props. Like, do you break out the ice cubes? Are we pulling out the candles and doing the candle wax? Are we breaking out the fruits and veggies? We going with the cucumber. We going with the melon. Are we taking some fruit and rubbing it in all the right places? We breaking out the whipped cream, the ice cream. We making people banana splits. We throwing the cherries on top. The whole shebang bang. That's what we talking about right now. Are we using props? And if we do, why, when, what's going on? If you are there in the room, y'all want to chime in, please feel free. Otherwise, I guess we will expound on it. Hugh, I'm looking at your face, bro. Talk to me, man.
Definitely props before, man. You know, ice cream, you know, grapes and stuff like that. The ice, candle wax, that shit burn like hell. But when, you know, it calms down, you know, it actually feels good, you know, a little pleasure and pain in that. But at the same time, too, man, I did like the halls, man. Have you ever, you ever tried the halls, E?
Y'all just fucking nasty. I swear.
The halls is on another level, man. I had got a blowjob with some halls, man. You know, it's like that menthol feeling. She was like giving me a blowjob, and then she was blowing on it, and it felt like, boy, I was in a snowstorm. It was great. Has anybody ever tried that before? Y'all need to chime in right now, because that was a hell of an experience. Big ups to baby girl who did that too.
Oh my!
You know what? I love y'all, but
Yeah,
I'm not built like this. Okay, I'm gonna have to try already.
Hugh, you is the real MVP for that one.
You are. I ain't mad at you.
Life.
That came out of nowhere too, man.
Halls? Are you serious?
Man, and she hit me with one of those. Hey, listen, y'all. She hit me with one of those. She was like, "You always so good to me." I'm like, you know, I'm always be true. She gave me that look like, really? I'm like, yeah, you know. She was like, well, I'll be back. I'm about to freshen up for a minute. She freshened up, had a little lingerie on. I'm like, what the fuck is this for? This bitch got a cold. What does she want to do? That experience was wild. And man, that'll be a part of my repertoire, men and women. That's something. I mean, if you don't like it, I mean, that's up to you. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Wow.
No,
well, imagine
you try that one.
Into one day.
Pure taboo. For all the people who watch porn, you know, go to that site, Pure Taboo.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. One night I came to my homegirl's place and she was like, look, yeah, I made you dinner. All right, cool. We eat such. So what's for dessert? Oh, I'm for dessert. What you mean you for dessert? Oh, you talking about that? Like, no, literally, I'm for dessert. Yeah, we're going to have dessert right there. And then I see what appears to be a baby swimming pool. What the hell is that about? She's like, I'll explain it later. So, yeah, we had dinner. Dinner was good. She's like, so I know you're ready for dessert, but we got to get dessert ready. So you go wash up and I'll go wash up and then we'll do that. Like, okay. I'm thinking, okay, you just want me to get my munch on. Okay, I understand that. No, when she said she was dessert, she basically said, okay, now here it is. Here's your instructions. You got to make the dessert and then you got to eat it in this order. And basically she had me make her into a banana split and put the banana certain places and strawberry certain places and whipped cream certain parts here. And basically I had to eat here first and then here first. And then of course at the end, ended up right there. And I don't know when she did it, but somehow managed to stick some type of fruit up in there. So when I got there, it was like, oh wow. You would think that would burn, but apparently it did not. And it was
the fruit.
It was delicious and very messy. So yeah, the baby food was necessary. That was a hell of a night, I gotta admit. But
I have one big fear. I have one big fear of using ice on a man's backside. My biggest fear is the bitch might come out brown. My point exactly, goddamn it.
I think we better go commercial. When we get back, we're going to talk about the other thing, then we got to go. Because
that yellow pudding.
That bastard quit on me and ruined the show. We'll be back. No.
David Ford, right there, that's his thing. Black owned, he don't know Tom. Look at that, David Ford, that's his name. He don't know Tom. Yeah. Yes. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can see the demons. I can't see the demons, but I can see the light.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
All right, y'all, we are back. This is Get Off My Lawn Live, the After Dark edition. We just got through talking about props, and then Derek kind of took me to a place where I needed a break. Yeah. Answer this email. So yeah, bad news is I got to go ahead and open, and we got to find somebody else to train. The good news is I got a raise coming.
I know that's right.
But it probably means that the next few days I'm gonna have to open, and I'm not liking that. Getting up at 6 a.m. is a bad do. So yeah, my peoples, I'm gonna be a little busy. Hugh, yeah, maybe. You already know. I'll let you know tomorrow, bro.
For sure. Keep me posted.
So that's right. Keep me posted. If you need me to jump in and help you, Hugh, did you get that thing I sent you today?
Well, Hugh, there's a thought.
That's what's up.
You get the thing I sent you today?
Yeah, that was dope, man. I appreciate that.
That was dope. I was like, wow. You get it?
Well, no, I did not. I ain't checked all that yet. But Game Time Audible. You might get your boy Derek tomorrow night, just so y'all know. I ain't mad at it, but okay. We got a comment before we move on. Hey, what's going on, Ro?
What's up, Ro? What's up?
All right, y'all. So here's our last topic of the evening. Then again, we got to shut it down because real life has came and bit me in the eye. So here's the thing, people. Have you been in this unfortunate position? You walk into the wrong room at the wrongest possible time. Yeah, that's right. You done walked in and bam, there it is. They getting it in. They naked, bucket naked, and they doing it. And oh Lord, it's mama and them. Oh Jesus, no. Why did I see what I saw? Did it happen to you, y'all? Were you one of those people that walked in on y'all peoples? Let's talk about it.
Being the spoiled little boy that I was, because I'm not spoiled now. Anyway, being the spoiled boy that I used to, I never walked in on my parents. But you know, I looked at the people and saw them watching porn.
Oh wow! Now that's kind of interesting.
But
were they watching or were they active participants in the watch?
I don't know, because the way my parents had their bed set up, the bed was like here and the TV was like there, so you could see the TV without seeing them.
Now here's the thing. Strangely enough, no one has ever walked in on none of my peoples. I've never walked in on me. And I've never walked in on none of my peoples except for one. I will not put that person's name out there, but they are a close family member. And I walked in on the finishing, accessing parts of what was transpiring. And there was no way to unsee that. And of course, because at that point I had to get in the house, had to use the bathroom, in fact, and the place where they were was like right next to said bathroom. I basically had to go ahead and let them finish up, and I saw the whole ending. Oh, the humanity. Oh my God. Even now, I'm closing my eyes and I'm wishing I could unsee what I saw. But no, I think in terms of horrible sights to see, is right up there with seeing somebody get shot or watching somebody do a live birthing. Certain things you just cannot unsee once you see them. And that's one of those things. So yeah, did it happen to you, Hugh? Did you walk in on somebody, man?
I've never walked in on nobody, but I was sleeping. My brother had a little chick in his room, like, in the room, man, and it was wild, you know. The chick was so embarrassed, and she didn't think I knew what was up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I knew what time it was, though. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, I've never walked in on no one, but somebody walked in on me, one of my ex-girlfriend's mother. And I'm like, man, you know, I see some hot fellatio. I'm like, you ain't about to get me out here, man. You ain't gonna put me in a situation where your mom gonna think I'm a piece of shit. She already think I'm a good dude. I'm gonna keep it that way. So as soon as she was in the middle of it, I just pulled one of these numbers. Act like I was man, to the world.
She faked the sleep on him. Hell
Oh
no.
yeah.
I
Mom
know.
still respect me, but her little princess was a dirty birdie after that one.
Miss Sanders, I didn't know that was going on. I was asleep.
It was a good time. I was knocked out, man. Woke up like I woke up like, what happened?
Now here's the thing. There is a caveat to this. Understand that if any of you out there have lived in a situation where you have roommates, particularly college roommates, you could kind of throw some of that out the window. Understand, if you are living in a dorm room, and understand most of those dorms, the walls are paper thin. So if you are getting it in, your neighbors next door on either side know you getting it in. The people down the hall know you getting it in, depending on how loud that person may be. The people up under you on the next floor hear you. The people up above you may hear you. So it's not a secret. It's a reason why you tend to play music or cut your TV on at 1 in the morning, particularly on the weekends, because more than likely, if you don't do that, you're going to hear things. And some of them you might like to hear, and some of them not so much. Because some people, they figure at that point they grown and they not at home, so they're going to stay and do what they're going to stay and do. And Lord knows I've heard some times. But understand also, if you are in a dorm room, and you are in college, you can't afford no hotel, okay? You can't afford to go do in the car because I'll tell you, you don't even have no car. But you ready to get it in. You got two options. Well, roommate, here's the deal. I'm gonna put the towel on the door and y'all just go down the hall, and then when the towel go off the door, y'all come back, or it's 3 in the morning. We ain't got time for all that. You got the top bunk over there. I'm on the bottom bunk. Just mind your business. Mind your business. Let us do us. Or in the case of me, it was like, well, roomie, your girl over, my girl over. Y'all know what it is. I just put the cover over my booty, you put the cover over your booty. We'll do what we do, and we won't talk about it, okay? So I've been in those situations many times.
I've been walking on by my daughter once.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, Lord.
Well, listen to me, Dan. First of all, my daughter is very quiet. She moves very quietly, and she was like, "Well, Daddy, blah 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 blah." I was like, "Well, shit, I didn't know you was there, but no shade, no disrespect, honey. If you had walked in, even if I known you was there, I wasn't gonna stop."
Get off my mama!
No, little bro, but she walked in on me on this side of Jordan, not that side.
Get off my uncle? No. Oh wow.
What you doing to my phone? No, let me stop. She said. She say that.
You got my daddy. That man.
You know what? You know what? Now that.
Yeah.
My children tell me all the time, Daddy, we do not ever want to hear you talk about sex because you're too old to talk about sex.
Well, if you're not too old to have it, you're not too old to talk about it.
I said, baby, you know what? Even if I have to convert to that blue pill, sex is just a part of me. I'm sorry, I'm a very sexual being. Period.
You will be doing the baby wipe till you can't wipe yourself no more.
I sure will. Baby white plastic bag, there go the door.
Understood.
I could
Well,
no.
Yeah, y'all. The thing is, it happens.
Yeah.
And more than likely, that's not going to be a discussion. I mean, little kid, like I said, Lord knows if I had walked in on my mama, she wouldn't have said nothing but get your little ass out of here. And maybe the worst case scenario later on that next day, like, don't be telling your little friends at school what you saw. And that's about
But then the thing with that is, how do you explain it to your children? Because I know parents used to be like, "Oh, we was wrestling." Then the next time the child walks and say, "Oh, mommy and daddy, y'all wrestling again?" Then the next time, y'all wrestling again and again. How many times y'all?
Nah, when do it get to that point where it's like, okay, we was wrestling? So look, son, I was tearing that ass up. Your mama need love too.
How you think you got here? It wasn't no damn stalk.
Your daddy ain't no punk. You see how I get down. Hopefully you take some notes and learn some lessons. I mean, like I said, because my mother and father broke up at an early age, I was not privy to any of that. And fortunately, I lived upstairs and Pat lived downstairs. So even back then, when she had gentleman company, I was not able to hear all of that. Thank God. Thank God. No,
You know, I think you, all of us as men, I think we most definitely. I mean, if our mother and fathers are together, I think we will most definitely react different if we walking on our mother getting banged out compared to our father banging somebody out.
right. Oh, Lord forbid, now that we older, Lord forbid if my goddaughter or my nieces is getting the groceries ate and whatnot. Make it stop. Make it stop. No. No.
You know, I have a big old sign on my door: enter at own risk. Period.
Lock the doors, people. If the door got a lock, lock the door. And no, y'all can't come in till we done.
Right.
If the house is burning down, leave us alone.
But see, I have a cue for my house. Whenever they hear music playing, they know not to knock on my damn door.
You ain't got no.
Right, there you go.
That time, y'all.
Yeah.
Teddy busy.
A little D'Angelo, how does it feel? That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The laugh.
Yeah.
Where's the baby wife?
I have playlists on my phone. Some of my slow jams, some of my fuck songs. So I have playlists for every occasion.
And there it is. Well, y'all, this has been the After Dark edition. I have had fun, but y'all know pretty much 45 minutes in, I was done. The minute I seen that message, I'm so ready to make a late night phone call to somebody's crib like, why could you not wait to the end of next week to do this? Why you do this now? You dirty.
Especially when you thought y'all had everything on the up and up.
Tootsie Rolls, punk sucker mother. I digress. But yeah, y'all, you know, we will do the After Dark editions from time to time. We'll give y'all probably a little bit more notice next time around. But I know some of y'all will definitely check this out after the fact. As soon as y'all see mature audiences, you're going to want to know what we talked about. That's usually how it goes. But understand, people, how often y'all see the After Dark edition will depend on y'all. If y'all have some subjects y'all want to talk about in the After Dark edition that's specifically designed for late night discussion, feel free to go ahead and send it in my inbox. And you can access that on this here. Hold on, y'all. Where that, y'all? Where that? That address right there. Night H Network 313 at gmail.com. That is Night H Network 313 at gmail.com. Leave your suggestions and we will definitely go on and address them. Like I said, we like to do the After Dark edition, something a little different than what we do on some of our other shows in regards to the content and the discussions. But even these situations and subjects are things that we are in need to talk about. Because we as Americans, we got to stop being so fuddy-duddy when it comes to discussions of sex and things of a sexual orientation. Maybe then we won't be so pressed when it comes up later on down the line with our children and in other aspects of life if we have these understandings ahead of time. So there's that. I want to thank my brothers Hugh Lee and your boy Derek for coming on through. I'm sorry, y'all, that I could not do the full time, but y'all know the situation. Like I said, we are due to do the show known as Game Time Audible tomorrow. Either will be me, myself, and Hugh, or it may possibly be Hugh and Derek, or hell, it might be all three of us. We will see. It's slated to be at 8 o'clock. My appearance on there, of course, will depend on what happens during my work day tomorrow, but we will see how that goes. Nonetheless, y'all, until the next time we meet in whatever scenario it is, the message is still the same. I understand cases are only 12,000 and we only have a few hundred people dying a day in the last week or two here in America, but in other parts of the world, the pandemic is still very much a pandemic. India, Brazil is still bad. What we're basically saying is, y'all, keep masking up. It ain't over,
Yes,
y'all.
please do.
Please be safe. Just because we stopped testing, it's because y'all not trying to get the vaccine and all that, don't mean that it's over. Remember, summertime last year, the numbers went down too. And then when the fall hit, y'all remember what happened then? Please be careful, y'all. So at any rate, y'all know there still is no outro for the After Dark edition. Production, I need y'all to get on that. Fix that, please. Make that happen. Yeah, I'm talking, I'm production. Talking to that guy. Anyway, y'all, so y'all just get to drive. We out. Bye.